tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. This place is jumping off hard as it can get. No, we won't ever stop dancing on the edge. We like it dangerous, we like to see you spit. Turn up another notch, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let me tell you something. 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 Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. Right now, right now. 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 Oh, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. I got a real good feeling.
Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about Cardano because as you've probably noticed, Cardano has undergone a massive rally and has shot all the way above $2, rallying back towards its all-time high on an announcement from Charles Hoskinson, the Falconeer himself, who loves himself some smart contracts. It looks like we're going to be having some updates on Alonzo and all of the updates coming out on Cardano. We're going to be doing some technical analysis on your favorite cryptocurrency outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to be talking about where Cardano has come from, where is Cardano going, where to come from, Cotton Eye Joe. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I just had to. We're also going to be talking about the beautiful nation of Argentina. I've always wanted to visit Argentina, gorgeous nation, because the president of Argentina has come out and said he sees no good reason not to adopt Bitcoin, or excuse me, no good reason to push back against adoption of Bitcoin, citing that there's been 50% inflation year over year in Argentina for a few years now, 3 or 4% in just 1 month in June of 2021. They could be on the track towards Bitcoin adoption in the next few years, and we're going to dive into all of that. We've also got a little bit of weekend updates that we want to give you on Bitcoin and Ethereum before we wrap out the stream. But before we get started, we are joined, as always, by my co-host, your president, and this week's winner, Kinda Crypto Tim. How you doing, Tim?
I want to thank all of my loyal fans and those of you who have been voting Kinda Crypto Tim in these predictions. I've let you down for a while, but we're back in the win column officially. I had to wait until 9:30, but it is now Smay at 3 wins, Jeb at 2, and now Tim at 2 as well. I'm 2 weeks from now. I get to open the bottom here, open the prize.
So, is that so?
Yeah, that's my prediction.
That's your prediction. Okay.
That in 2 weeks, Tim will do it. Here's the thing. I have been working really hard at not just winging it, but giving some educational and technical analyst predictions to these things, and it's starting to pay off.
Yeah.
This week was the first week, so I'm super excited.
Well done.
I'm gonna sit on my desk all week.
Yeah.
because of you
Well
guys.
done, Tim. Well done, Tim. We are also joined, as always, by our producer, who is a freaking champ because we were both in office for 13 hours yesterday because we had a shoot to do at 9 p.m. yesterday. So forgive us if Smay and I are a little bit sleepy today because I don't think either one of us got any sleep last night. The one and only Smay. How you doing, Smay?
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here. I hope you didn't notice that Jeb's head was cut off at the beginning. I'm sorry, guys. I'll do better.
Smay is a champ.
Yay.
Good
Let's
job,
continue.
Smay. Smay, we had a great shoot last night, didn't we?
I think we had a fantastic shoot, and I can't wait for you guys to see what we were working on.
You guys are going to see something
Yes.
pretty cool coming up. We already got like $50 worth of super chats. We already got 3 of them.
I want to say this. This is absolutely the greatest thing we've made.
It is.
I guarantee you. Like,
Hands
I know
down.
that there's sometimes that we've made some stuff that was shoddy. This is absolutely, like, the best thing we've ever made.
Yeah, we made something really nice last night, and we sacrificed sleep for it, and that's how you know that we care so much about you, the audience. But because we care so much about you, the audience, we are going to kick off with some Cardano technical analysis. Let's go ahead and jump onto ADA because you guys know by now that Cardano has MOONSHOT. I have a feeling that Greg is watching the show today because he always watches the show. Greg,
And he's going to definitely want to watch this show.
Greg is our head of sales, and he's also helping with curriculum development, and he is a massive Cardano fan, and he, being a massive Cardano fan, is doing very well right now. Shout out to Greg. Drop a heart in chat, Greg, if you're in here for Cardano. Hashtag AdaGang. Drop it in chat. I want to see it.
He probably will be a little frustrated, but not frustrated for the wrong reason. But we were sitting here with his portfolio, and I'm not going to tell you his full portfolio. I'll just do percentage and stuff. He was heavily invested in Cardano a week and a half ago, and we were moving some stuff over to get some of his money into cold wallets. And Jeb and I are talking about he wanted to keep it all in Cardano, like 100% Cardano.
Did he not?
No, remember we talked. No. We had him, and for good reasons.
Yeah.
Diversify.
No, yeah,
and keep some in Bitcoin.
It was wise to do that.
And so it was the wise move, but I'm sure there's a part of Greg, if you're listening.
I thought I saw his wallet and he had kept it all in Cardano.
No, because he had to move it all into Bitcoin to transfer it.
Yeah.
Which I'm not 100% certain why he had to do that one. But anyway, he did all, and then he wanted to move all of it back into Cardano, and we told him, hey, you want to diversify that.
I'm going to have to ask Greg about that because I could have sworn that we gave him that advice
if
and
he switched
didn't.
it back to Cardano, good for Greg.
I think he didn't take our advice and kept it all on Cardano. And if he did, he's going to be very happy today because Cardano over the last week has rallied since the 9th of August. Over the last 4 days, 50%. Now, Tim, you were talking about earlier before the stream. In fact, you were talking about this several days ago. You kind of predicted this rally based on what we're about to talk about right here.
What's funny is I'm not even sure if this is a real technical indicator. I just found it interesting that they had been moving together so similarly. However, when you look back at the charts back on, what was this? Probably, get that thing out of the way. My thing's blocking it. When you look, I'm on the daily chart. Come on now, Tim, get better.
Freaking daily chart.
4-hourly chart. When you look back around the 10th of August, so that like a couple days ago.
Yep. I
noticed that while Bitcoin and Ethereum were sitting right around between 25 to 28% lower than their all-time highs, Cardano was sitting at 40%. I was like, okay, they've been moving together. If you look at the Cardano over Bitcoin, Ethereum over Bitcoin, all that stuff, you're like, okay, Cardano's lagging a little bit. It's gonna be like this slingshot effect where they come up. I did not think they were gonna jump to right now being only 17% less than all-time high.
Yep.
But I did think they were gonna catch up. And it did a little more than I thought it would do.
Yeah, so what that is, Tim, that is you reading the market dominance in a roundabout way. You weren't looking at the actual percentage market dominance. You were looking at the percentage retrace from all-time high, and you noticed that the Cardano market had not rallied as much as Ethereum and Bitcoin, so it was behind, and reasonably we could expect that it would catch up, especially with all of the news going on around Cardano. We're going to talk about some of that with smart contracts being announced a little bit later on in the stream. I don't want to go into too much detail on what's going on with Cardano, what's going on with all the different updates and everything. If you know about Cardano, you probably already know what's happening. If you don't know about Cardano, you probably don't care. But if you're in both of those camps, you probably do care about the technicals. So let's go ahead and look at those. As Tim was saying, 4 or 5 days ago, Cardano was 40% retraced from all-time high, whereas Ethereum was only 26% retraced, and Bitcoin was sitting somewhere around 29 to 30% retraced. Cardano definitely had some catching up to do, and it has definitely done so ever since. We can see from Lux Algo that there was a buy signal that flashed here on the 27th of July, and we've been remarkably bullish ever since. But on the other hand, we need to keep in mind that the TD sequential is telling us that we've been overextended on this rally ever since the 30th of July. So we have some conflicting signals here. We have some signals that are saying we're in a buy state, But we also have many signals saying that we are overbought. Taking a look at the daily chart RSI, we can see that RSI here on Cardano has rallied all the way up to 86 from 30. This is one of the fastest rallies I have ever seen on on RSI anywhere. I do not say that exaggeratively. I've seen it before. I've never seen it. I haven't seen it this high very often. You can see here after the flash crash that we saw in March of last year following the global shutdown, we rallied at 61 points on RSI here on Cardano over 53 days. In this time frame, we've rallied 58 points. Excuse me, we rallied 61 points over there. We rallied 58 points in 22 days. This is the fastest RSI rally that I believe Cardano has ever seen, and I don't remember the last time I've seen a rally this quick on Bitcoin itself. Cardano has gone through one of, if not the fastest, largest rallies that I have ever seen in my entire career here in technical analysis on a major cryptocurrency. I'm not talking about the meme coins that managed to rally 50,000% in the span of 2 hours because they got pumped. Cardano has doubled in price in the last 3 weeks, and again, everybody who is in Cardano is very happy about it. But the question now is, will Cardano manage to continue this march higher? Are we going to all-time high, or is Cardano going to correct, flag out, and consolidate? That is the question that we are going to try and answer today. But if you're enjoying today's show and you're looking forward to all the topics that we're going to cover, like I said, we're going to get to the Argentinian president saying that he has no reason to push back against Bitcoin adoption following 50% year-over-year inflation of his nation's currency. We're also going to do a little bit of technical analysis on Bitcoin later on the stream. If you're looking forward to that, make sure to smash that like button. And by the way, Tim and Smay have their very own show that will be going up at 6 o'clock this evening. You're not going to want to miss that. It is going to be really funny. I tell you what, you might think, oh, it's stupid. That's the point. You got to watch it. It's going to be really entertaining. I am going to be tuning in myself.
It should be semi-informative as well for a portion of it.
Yes.
Just so you guys know, you at the inside track on what the purpose of the show is. Just like on this one, you got the expert Jeb, you got the agent of chaos Smay, and I try to play the middle ground and keep things on track. That's ultimately what this show is going to be. This is going to allow Smay to be everything he was born to be. I'm just there to make sure it doesn't actually burn the building down. So it's going to be good.
That's an accurate representation of what's going
exactly
on. That's pretty accurate. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel for that. You're not going to want to miss it. We're growing at like 600, 700, 800 subscribers a day right now. We are quickly turning into the fastest growing technical analysis channel for cryptocurrency here on YouTube. If you want to learn everything you need to know about technical analysis, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and sign up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, where I teach you everything I know about the art of TA that the bankers have been using to make the billionaires more billions for the last 100 years. You can learn how to do the exact same thing with the link in the description box down below. Speaking of TA, let's go ahead and continue here with Cardano, because I know you guys are curious what happens next. One of the points I want to make here is that Cardano has next to no resistance above it. Cardano rallied to $2.08 last night, and we can see that the VPVR resistance, that is the volume profile of the visible range. Essentially what this indicator is it shows us where has the most trading happened. Notice down here where we have a peak on the VPVR, this is the VPVR over here. This peak right here represents where we've seen a bunch of trading. Notice there's a bunch of trading around $1.20 back during these times, June, July, back over here in May, lots of March and April there was trading around this region, but notice how there wasn't much trading at all above $2.10 in the visible range. So this is taking into account everything that we can see on our chart here. If we were to zoom in here, then it would look quite a bit different. So we're looking at the VPVR. That's the volume profile for the visible range, as opposed to the VPFR for the volume profile fixed range. We're looking at the visible range here, and we can see from the VPVR that there's next to no resistance above us. That indicates that if we manage to hold at $2 and we manage to not get ahead of ourselves and have a massive crash and not get too overhyped, there is a good opportunity for us to return back to all-time high. And I'll be honest with you guys, based on what we're seeing happen in the cryptocurrency market, based on literally dozens of technical, fundamental, and on-chain factors that we've been analyzing every single day here for 4 years, Bitcoin and Cardano and Ethereum look poised to rally all the way back to all-time high in the next couple of months. And I think Cardano might be one of the first ones to do it. But the question still is, will it do it right now, or will it have a flash crash? Because I'll be honest with you, this rally that we're seeing on Cardano is very reminiscent to the rally that we saw on Bitcoin at the end of 2017. Let me show you what I mean. Bitcoin rallied from $3,000 over the span of 93 days to $20,000. In just 90 days, 1/4 of a year, we rallied 600%. And what happened from there was a nightmare for anyone who was invested in Bitcoin and they were looking to sell. Because if you didn't sell up there, you wouldn't get an opportunity to sell in the high teens for several more years. Because we rallied so fast so far, had no corrections, and it wasn't healthy, we pulled back 70% over the span of the next year. And in fact, we initially pulled back 70% in the span of just 52 days. The question on Cardano right now is, will what we are seeing right now result in a V-top like we saw just a couple of months ago, where we rallied very quickly and then very quickly jumped off a cliff, and a lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people lost a lot of money because they bought in up here thinking that Cardano was going to go to $10 in the next 2 months. Didn't happen. Will Cardano do that, or will Cardano sustain this rally and manage to continue healthily? Well, let's make sure we're taking into account the history here. Number one, Cardano for the last 8 months has been trading around $1. We have been trading sideways in this region, so we have fundamentally secured $1 as a strong factor for what Cardano should be priced at. $1 is a foundational intrinsic value for Cardano now. It would be incredibly strange for Cardano to ever go below $1 now, just because of how much trading has happened just above this region. Cardano is very much worthy of the $50 billion market capitalization that is currently sitting upon. It's actually higher than that now that it has had this rally. But here's the problem. From a fundamental standpoint, Cardano actually doesn't do a whole lot just yet. We are very bullish on Cardano here at this channel, and most of us in the cryptocurrency space are. There's a reason it's in the top 5 cryptocurrencies. It's because it has a great use case. It's because the native token, Cardano itself, is doing great things, and the Cardano blockchain helping Africa and other emerging nations with decentralized identification is an incredible value proposition, not only for profit, for us investing in it, but also morally and ethically for helping to raise up millions of people out of poverty. Cardano is a fantastic project and we love it. Here's the problem. There's no such thing as DeFi on Cardano. It doesn't exist yet. Smart contracts are not activated. Cardano right now is almost purely valued with speculation. It's a $50, $56, $57 billion speculative bubble. What is it trading at right now? Let me see. Cardano is sitting at $65 billion. It is sitting at $65 billion. I think I just misspoke and said bubble. I want to clarify. Cardano's not a bubble. I don't think Cardano is a bubble in the slightest. I think it is a community of people that believe heavily in the future of it, but we still need to see that confirmation. And that's where the news comes in that we're about to talk about. Before we do, though, Tim, I want to hear your thoughts on what Cardano's rally is doing. Do you think this is sustainable, or do you think we need to correct?
Before I even say that, I just want to let you guys know, to my knowledge, Smay, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Jeb, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It was at 9:45. We had 2,500 concurrents.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's a stream record.
I think that's a record.
And yet only 500 likes. I think we only have 400 likes.
That is a crime.
So we need to see that. Thank you so much for those who are watching, but we need to see that like button raised. You know, hit that right now.
I have a price target on the like button of 1,200 likes in the next 3 minutes. That's what I think we can do. Awesome. I think we can do that.
As far as my thoughts on Cardano, so here, you know, I've been actually chewing on this a lot, and why Cardano is doing so well, with the fact that it really hasn't necessarily produced too much. That's a common complaint you see all the time. People saying, why are you guys so high on Cardano? It doesn't even do anything. This is the absolute proof of that business knowledge said by Simon Sinek of people do not buy your what, they buy your why.
Yep.
While Cardano has not released its what yet, it has been very clear with its why. And all of this attention and price rallying has been simply from people believing in the potential of what Cardano could do. If Cardano can deliver on that potential, it could be astronomically... when we talk about could it surpass Ethereum, absolutely it could. Simply because that, like, it is the 4th largest coin at the moment.
It is the
simply built off of hype.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, there's other coins that are built off of hype and have placements, but they're not in the top 5.
And they don't have fundamentals.
No.
Cardano does.
So it would be extremely disappointing, just like a movie, and Smay and I have seen several of these that got really hyped up and then the movie completely sucked.
Yep.
You know, hopefully Cardano doesn't copy that. But if Cardano delivers on all of these promises and all of these whys that they've been preaching and pushing for years now, look out.
So here's the thing, guys. We here might not have the best channel. We might not always have the best content. We might not always be the most accurate. The reason that we're growing is not because we have the best camera equipment or the best studio. The reason that our channel is growing so quickly, and the reason that you should subscribe, is because we make it crystal clear every single time we come on camera why we are here. We stand for integrity, we stand for humility, and we stand for helping you to take back control of the destiny that was stolen from you, be that financial, educational, prosperity, whatever. Your destiny was stolen from you by certain people in your life, certain institutions, certain currencies like fiat currencies around the world. It is our mission and our passion and our driving factor to help you take back control of your destiny every single day that we come on camera here. Here's the thing. That's what Cardano is right now.
Yes.
It doesn't have the flashiest cameras. It doesn't have the flashiest set. Or in its case, following the analogy, it doesn't have the flashiest smart contracts. It doesn't have the flashiest platform. It might not have the flashiest marketing. But you know what it does have? It has an incredibly powerful mission. Cardano's mission is to lift millions of people out of poverty by helping to give them 21st century tools like decentralized identification so that they can open bank accounts, so they can get credit cards, so they can take out loans, so that they can build a financial future for themselves. That's why Cardano has the community that it does. That's why we have the community that we do, because the community resonates with the project's mission. We have a mission, that's why you're here. Cardano has a mission, that's why you're there. Cardano is going to do very well because of that mission if it is able to come to fruition, and that is where we are going now. ADA hits $2 for the first time since May, ahead of Cardano's smart contract announcement. All eyes on support/resistance flip at $2 as bearish sentiment stays absent for Cardano this week. Let's go ahead and scroll down here because we want to talk a little bit about Charlie Hoskinson. Charles Hoskinson is hopefully going to be announcing the date for the Alonzo smart contract update today. I believe that's supposed to happen today.
I think it's coming up soon.
I think it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
We're expecting that announcement is going to say that we should be seeing the launch in the next month or so. A lot of people are expecting that we're going to see smart contracts launching on Cardano within the next 60 days. I want to be conservative here, but I also want to address the topic of delays because many people realize the incredible impact and importance of smart contracts on Cardano, because before you start building decentralized finance on Cardano and competing with Ethereum, you got to actually lay the foundation at once. Hasn't happened yet. So when will smart contracts go online, and will these smart contracts actually be able to compete with the Ethereum blockchain? Because Ethereum in its own right is doing incredibly well right now. Give me a 1 in chat if you think we're going to see smart contracts on Cardano in the next 60 days. Give me a 2 in chat if you don't. Tim, I know we don't have a ton of information on this just yet, especially because he hasn't actually announced it, but do you think that we're going to see smart contracts coming soon on Cardano? And even more importantly, what impact do you think smart contracts will have on the price?
Very short answer. Yes, they're coming. I don't think Charles would do this video without that news being in what he's talking about. That's what I appreciate about Charles is, yes, there was a slight delay to this because I think he was originally supposed to be releasing these in August. So, you know, we're here now. However, Charles has seemed to do much better than other project heads. I don't even know what the official titles are for running, you know, these projects. He seems to do a much better job of delivering needed and important information. Yep. And what I also love about him is he doesn't care whether people find it exciting or not. Like that whole Cardano release thing in Africa. Yes, it was long. Yes, the reports that weren't very entertaining, but it wasn't about entertainment. It was about effectiveness. And that's why I love Charles so much. So as far as the effects, I don't know. I don't really use them. I definitely don't use NFTs. I don't use that many things yet. I look forward to in the future learning more about blockchain technology to use it. At this point, I just use it for investing and financial reasons. But I do think I think Charles and Cardano does a very good job of not making any single decision or step without it being absolutely important and vital to the future of this planet.
Look, I am confident in Cardano, but I'm even more confident in Charles Hoskinson himself. And that's because he understands from a business point of view, the way that you get people behind a movement is you clarify why the movement exists. That's why we come on here every single day, and it's literally the first part of our best practices. We have a best practices document we read out here before we go live. It says our top focus is on making the most educational and entertaining content possible as defined by the intersection of providing people exactly what they want and need to know. Take note of this last part, while evangelizing our core values and mission. We come on here every single day and we tell you why we're here. That's what Charles Hoskinson does. That's why he has the community that he does, and that's why I think it will succeed. Here's the thing. I am looking forward to smart contracts launching on Cardano because when they launch, we can start seeing decentralized exchanges coming online. We can start seeing other NFT platforms coming online. We can start seeing actual, just legitimate smart contracts for different applications coming online. Right now, what we have is we have the interstate highway system with no destination. Sure, it's worth something because it costs money to build the thing, and sure, it is valuable because people are anticipating that it's going to provide value to the future growth that happens around it, but it doesn't actually have any destinations yet. That's the thing. Cardano's gone to $65 billion in valuation with no product. Almost nothing. That is incredible. And it's managed to maintain its current valuation for 6 months, for 8 months, for 9 months that has been up here above $1. So here is how I will wrap this out. I am extremely bullish on Cardano. I think Cardano is going back to all-time high in the next couple of months. I think as soon as we see smart contracts actually launch, we're going to moonshot at least 30% within 2 or 3 days. And I also think that Cardano is going to be able to compete with Ethereum here in the next year, especially if smart contracts come out soon and ETH 2.0 gets put off. Here's what I also think, though. I think Cardano, unless we have some major news come out again here in the next couple of days, is probably going to flag out and consolidate where it is right now. It's gotten ahead of itself. It's gotten overextended. The RSI's rallied very quickly, like we said. I'm not saying it's going to correct. I do think it will cool off a little bit like we've seen on Ethereum and Bitcoin over the last week. Yeah. We talked about how Bitcoin and Ethereum would see that occur, and that is exactly what we have seen occur. I can show you that on the chart right now. We talked about a little over a week ago how Bitcoin and Ethereum were likely going to flag out in some capacity here. Well, guess what? That's exactly what they did, and now we believe that we're going to see the same thing happen on Cardano. Not a bad thing. It's a very good thing. In fact, it is the best thing that can happen to the cryptocurrency right now. That is my opinion. I'd love to hear your opinions on that in the comment section. Yeah. Hashtag ADA Gang. I want to see them represent.
Smay just gave an opinion in chat. Smay, do you want to vocalize that opinion?
Yeah, I'll vocalize that opinion.
Let's see it, Smay.
It's a bit of a hot take, guys, and I know you're not going to like it, and you're going to be mad at me, but I just have to say it, guys. I don't like Charles that much. I don't like Charles Hoskinson.
Why don't you like him?
Because let me just clarify this. I do like what he's making. I do like Cardano. I just think that he just talks too much. Like, he gets out and he always wants to just talk about how much he thinks Cardano's better than everything else, and I don't like him.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you're going to try and do something big, you're going to have an ego. No one becomes a CEO. No one becomes a project lead like this without having an ego. I mean, how insane is it to think that you can change the world, right? Look, I fall into this camp. I'm talking about myself here. That's something I struggle with all the time. That's why humility is a core value, because I know it's a weakness of mine. So hands up, I am the chief of sinners in that department. I'm not surprised that Charles Hoskinson has an ego, but here's the thing. An ego, it can actually be a very powerful force for driving a development. And Smay, I actually completely agree with you. But at the same time, I think that is a beneficial thing for him being a driver of the project.
My take on Charles is he walks the line, and there is a line.
He does,
pride versus confidence. And I think from time to time his toes do dip into pride, as most people who are confident do. You can't be a confident person without ever struggling. The truth is every person in the world struggles with pride, but especially those who are super confident. They struggle maybe a little more than the rest of us. I don't think it's wrong, though. I don't think it's wrong to know who you are, know your potential, and to speak it, especially if you can back it up. If Charles doesn't back this up, then I would look back and say, yeah, man, my man's got an ego. He couldn't even back it up.
Yep.
But if this gets pulled off correctly, he was just being confident, and that's why I do like him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I gotta respect that. It's like, let's say you got somebody who's never worked out a day in their life, and they walk into the gym and they walk up to some dude who's really buff, and they say, I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna bench more than you are. He's gonna get laughed at. He's gonna sound like a confident, prideful, arrogant prick. And then what if he does it, though?
Yeah.
Because the only people that are actually going to do that, going from a twig to being a gigantic bodybuilder, are the people that are probably going to be a little bit arrogant. I'm not saying arrogance. I'm not saying pride is a good thing. You guys know that we're a Christian channel. Pride is a sin. It is not something that we want to do. But I am saying prideful people oftentimes are very driven, and Charles Hoskinson is a good example of that. But I completely agree with you, Smay. It can get obnoxious sometimes.
All I'm saying is, guys, listen, I'm sorry I insulted your guy you want to prop up. All right, you want to prop him up on this pedestal, okay? But here's what I want to say. The reason why I said it is because it gets cringe sometimes. I don't even care about his ego. It's that it gets cringe. That's why I said it. It gets cringe. It's not like it gets to a point where it's like it's not cool anymore. It's just like there's confidence, and then there's like, there's Charles. I don't like it. So
I think at the end of the day, people think what they think about Charles. I think that could be one of those debates that like you feel the way you feel. I don't know if there's any evidence that'll change your opinion.
Agreed.
Let's do some super chats.
I was about to say that. We have a
boatload.
ton of them.
Yeah, so we're gonna
smash the like button.
Trying
by the
to
way,
give
guys.
respect to every single one, but also respect your guys' time.
Yeah, we gotta move
We're
quick.
gonna go through these. Crypto Vet started us off with Happy Friday. Coffee is on me.
Thank you, Vet.
Crypto Vet. We are, by the way, real quick before we move on, we are working so hard to get you on this live stream. Technically, like you can ask Smay, and Smay can stand on his little soapbox and tell you the hardships of doing a live, like bringing someone in live on a stream. But as soon as we figure it out, Crypto Vet, we got you probably at number one.
Yes, sir.
Matt C said, "Good morning. I got the donuts." Thank you, Matt C.
I'll take a
again.
donut. I didn't eat breakfast. I'd love a donut.
Shout out to him again. If you're looking for furniture, make sure you go look at his business site.
Matt C is awesome.
Matt C, you can post the link
Feel
if
free
you
to
want
put
in the
that
chat.
link, yeah.
Crypto Christian said, "Just because, God bless." Come on, this is awesome. Mr. Obvious said, "Tell Cardano to stop mooning. I'm still accumulating." Gotcha. I don't know if we have that control, but you know we'll give old Hosky a call. Charismatic said it's fine. He diversified. The other coins will run when ADA is static in the near future. I completely agree, and that's why we told him to do it. Jeb and I were actually talking this morning, and I'm hoping Cardano just sits put and waits for Ethereum and Bitcoin to catch back up, which is I think the likely. Cardano could come down a little bit to meet somewhere in the middle. As we said, right now, Cardano is sitting about 17% lower than all-time highs, whereas Bitcoin sitting at 28%, Ethereum sitting at 25%. But I think we're about to see rallies in both of those, and Cardano will wait, and as soon as they catch up, all three will go to the moon.
We have the announcement as of 13 minutes ago from IOHK's official YouTube channel. Jump to my screen. I'll show you what we're looking at here. September 12th is the launch date for Alonzo. This is what we were talking about at the beginning of the stream. We're looking for the launch date. It hasn't been announced yet. As of now, targeting mainnet update for the 12th of September. I would not be surprised to jump over to Cardano and see it start moonshotting in the next 15 minutes.
I like the bald guy.
You like the bald guy.
Yeah,
that guy is such
nice.
I love him. He's such a nice host. He hosts everything.
I like
from
the
Charles
bald guy.
Hoskinson.
So I see, that's what I'm saying. I support Cardano. I like the bald guy. Come
like
on,
the bald guy.
guys.
Come
Good
on.
grief.
Tim, you want to be bald, right?
I would love
shaved
to.
your hair before.
My wife.
Your wife isn't having it.
Would not at this point let me. So like when I actually, because those of you, I'm not even taking my hat off right now because my hair would be crazy with my hat. I have hair. It's just I have these really deep receding hairlines that I've had since I was like 17, 18 years old. So I thought I was going bald like in high school, and then they just stayed
They
put.
just stopped, yeah.
So like I know they say hair is like comes from your mother's side. So like look at your mother's brother. My mother's brother has a full head of hair. He has deep receding hairlines too. So I'm like, is that gonna be me? I don't know.
Either way, guys, we have a launch date for Alonzo, and it looks like it is going to be coming out on the 12th of September. So be looking out for that. That's only a month away. That's what we were expecting.
Super chats even alluded to some of that
bet
stuff.
it was. Let's jump into those
Keep
again.
moving on. Crypto Koala said, Jeb, can you do a 30-second to 1-minute TA on XDC XFin network? Your TA is next level. Want your thoughts? No. Maybe that is one. Crypto Koala, if you come back and remind us maybe sometime next week, potentially. But yeah, we definitely will not have time today. Sorry about that, though. But thank you for the donation. Joshua Mulvey said, I sold 88 at 11 cents last year. Ooh, and I've been kicking myself ever since. But I'm assuming, Josh, you've been in crypto. You've made some money in other ways. Not a bad time to get back into Cardano now because it's got a long way to still go.
Yep.
Dominic Sanders said, join the trifecta family, Christian, crypto, and Lux Algo. Okay.
There you go.
Awesome. I didn't know those were the trifectas, but go for it. Not gonna even lie.
Lux Algo's great.
JD, the creator of the HODL Trophy, said, you guys are awesome. Thank you. God bless.
God bless
Thank you so
JD.
much, JD.
Let's go, man. Thank you very much.
Joel or Joel? We have a friend that's named Joel, so that's why sometimes I read that name like that.
wearing his band.
Could be Joel. This is the hat. No,
Yeah,
his
the
ministry,
hat's made for more, too.
Joel Cardano said, good morning from Texas, y'all. If you zoom out a year on Cartesi, does it seem like it's showing a bull pennant? Again, I don't know if we have... If you want to work on... I don't know if you want to look at that while I keep going. It was Cartesi he's looking at. Demetrius Jutris said, but it's coming to be patient. I'm assuming that was a response to something. I don't know if I know... I think he's talking about Cardano, how it's all coming. Let's just be patient.
Yeah,
potentially is what he's saying
I
here.
agree with him.
Yeah, completely agree. King Monkey 246 said, "What are your thoughts on AMP? Do you have a quick thought on AMP?"
I'm not very familiar with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yep. Crypto Capital Venture just said Cardano. Awesome.
Let's go.
We have some great fans who just want to.
some great fans.
Just want
They
to come in and
donate.
support and.
We appreciate that.
He's a big baller. Do you know him? His name is Dan.
His name is Dan.
Come on, Dan.
Yeah, he's a big channel. You guys should look him up.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about that. Yeah, Dan's been a subscriber for a while.
Man, I need to up my knowledge of other crypto YouTubers. Ethan Phillips said, thoughts on Orion Protocol Exchange, ?
Not familiar with it.
Yeah, we're not looking at some of those smaller altcoins. Tanner Brooks said, love the show, guys. Keep on rolling. If you ever land on the rising sun, holla at ya boy.
Okay. We holla at you. Thank you very much.
Forgive my ignorance. Where's the land of the rising sun?
That's
Devil's
Japan.
in the House of the Rising.
Is that Japan?
That is Japan. That is Japan.
Yeah.
Land of the Rising
Literally,
Sun.
I would love to go to Japan someday.
I would love to go to
It's not
Tokyo.
like my bucket list. I have to go to Japan. But like almost every single one of my friends, when you ask them if you go anywhere in the world,
They say Japan. No.
And
listen, guys, I am a giant nerd in literally almost every respect. And lately, I've been a giant nerd for infrastructure. I want to go to Japan and look at their metro. Like that, I don't want to go to Japan for anime. I don't want to go to Japan for the mountain. I want to go to Japan and look at their subway.
Oh man, I'm just such a fan of infrastructure.
It's so
guys.
cool. It's so cool.
Oh my gosh, I just want to go check
It's
out
called
their
and
infrastructure.
then they have
Let's
their
go.
long distance tunnel. It's called the Shinkansen. I love it. It's great.
keep moving on here. Christian Xander said, launch September 25th, National Lobster Day. Go ADA.
National Lobster Day. Let's go.
Yeah, that's I saw a couple of people say the 25th, but I know you just confirmed it was the 12th.
Yeah, it's
so
the
I don't,
12th.
Was there two dates that Charles
It's
gave?
a video. I'd have to actually watch it. I can't watch it while
we'll try
we're
to
live.
watch that later. Saul said, I bought ADA as a 10-year investment because I believe in the projects and because, Charles, it is wise to just let it sit or try to sell
Absolutely.
the tops. Is it wise to just let it sit, or sell the tops and buy back in
If
a
you're
lower
trying to
over
hold it for
time? God bless.
$10, don't try and
10 years?
Don't try and sell the tops. Just hold it.
10 years,
You'll
yeah.
be glad you did. How many more do we have? Jeez.
Well, three more.
Three more? Cool.
Madrid said, can you look at the technicals on Axie Infinity? It just got listed on Coinbase. Thank you for all you do.
Axie Infinity is a good project from what
Yeah.
I can tell. I don't have time to look at the technicals, unfortunately, because we have to move on to Argentina news, but it is a good project.
Chris Moe, who I think Chris Moe from, I think he always listens to us on the run.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even have to look at like technicals. He just loves to listen in and be a part
Thank
of the
you, Chris
family. He said, happy Friday. Thanks for an epic morning run. Yep. Tim, I had the same hair thing. I'm 37, still hanging strong. Come on, Chris. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I would love to someday try to rock. The rule on a bald head is if you have a good thick neck, which I have, and if you have a good beard, which I would like to say I have, I think you can rock it. So that's
Yep.
my
Or
goal.
hey, you don't have to have a
But-
beard because I was bald.
But
and
if
it
you're a
looked great.
married man, I think the third one is you also have to have an approving wife.
Improving
so.
life. That's important.
Yeah. Last one from Matt C. said, after the donuts, how about some pizza? Go ADA. Go Knights. Have a great
yeah.
weekend, everyone.
Absolutely. Guys, we got
Yes.
some great content coming out. We got a couple more super chats. Let's read those really
Really?
quickly.
Okay.
We got 3 more, actually. Here, I'll just read them real quick. We got 5 CAD, Canadian dollars from S Swing. No message. Thank you very much. Colton Dunn donated $5. Said, just subscribed. Big fan of Jeb on Around the Blockchain, but excited to meet the rest of the gang. Welcome to the show, my friend. We are trying to give you the best high-quality educational content here in crypto, and we're about to continue that on here in just a second. We also got $5 donated from Shane Hansen. Thanks for the great content. You are very welcome. Speaking of great content, let's move on here because we need to talk about Argentina. This is one of the things in our title, and it is actually very important. As you guys know, the president of El Salvador helped to push forward Bitcoin adoption for that nation just a few months ago. We saw it actually go live, and there was quite a bit of concern that El Salvador would not be very happy with that transition, but it seems to be going well so far. El Salvador is only a nation of, I think, about 6.5 million people. That's just the size of New York City or Miami-Dade. So El Salvador being a sovereign nation adopting crypto is big, but also keep in mind there are many other cities in the world that are about the same size and about as wealthy as the entire nation of El Salvador that are also moving in the direction of cryptocurrency adoption, such as Miami and Miami-Dade County surrounding it. So we are seeing a lot of adoption on the world stage for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency right now, and perhaps, based on the comments that we're about to read, Argentina could be another one moving on into the next few years. Now, to be clear, even before I read this, Argentina is not adopting crypto. This is not official. This is just a statement from the president that I think is interesting. Argentina's president, no reason to push against adopting Bitcoin. El Salvador's decision to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender has rattled the cages in Central and South America. Argentina's president was the latest to showcase support to some extent in a recent interview. Speaking to the local media outlet Caja Negra, I think is the way that's pronounced, Alberto Fernandez touched on the topic of digitization and where the country stands on it. More specifically, he received a question whether Argentina will look into launching its own central bank digital currency or perhaps even adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender. It's interesting that that question was asked like that because CBDCs and Bitcoin are on polar opposite ends of the spectrum of decentralization versus centralization. One is very centralization, edging on authoritarian, which is a CBDC, and the other is Bitcoin, which is very, very libertarian. He was quoted as responding like this: "I don't want to go too far out on a limb, but there's no reason to say no. Perhaps that is a good path to take." Classic politician vagary, but at the end of the day, this doesn't result in a no, it results in a maybe, and it definitely clarifies that this man is thinking about it. He added that the most significant advantage of going with the Bitcoin route is that the inflationary effect is largely nullified because of the asset's maximum supply of 21 million coins ever to exist. Anyone who's watched our channel or pretty much any other channel in crypto will know that that is a very important factor of Bitcoin and crypto, and in fact is the reason that Bitcoin has value in the first place, is because of that hard capped limited supply. This particular issue is what Argentina has been struggling with for years, and I will add to that, the vast majority of South America and Central America struggle with this as well. Inflation is a big problem in these nations. A lot of us don't realize how bad it is. We think that, oh, because price of lumber went up, or oh, our milk went up 10%, that we're so poorly off here in the first world. Here in Argentina, consumer prices increased by more than 3% in June of this year alone. Analysts concluded that 12-month inflation has grown above 50%. I was in a meeting on Wednesday, and one of the gentlemen there who owns a construction company said he bought a new truck 2 years ago, sold it used for more than he bought it for. That's what inflation looks like. That sounds like a good thing. It's not, because it means you're losing value every single day in your currency. Argentina struggles with this in a very massive way. And it could be a reason that they would want to look into Bitcoin or maybe even Cardano, because those are cryptocurrencies that have fixed supply limits. On a more macro scale, the Argentinian peso has roughly lost 85% of its value against the US dollar in the past 5 years. During the same time, the US dollar has been losing value, so it's lost even more value over a real inflationary resistant asset like Bitcoin than you might even realize. Nevertheless, the country's president admitted that he has concerns of his own when it comes down to viewing the primary cryptocurrency as a hedge against inflation. It's a global debate, and I must confess that it's a topic that should be approached with caution. In my case, there is caution because of how unfamiliar it is, and because it's hard to understand how this fortune materializes. But notice, his positive thing is a baked-in intrinsic factor of Bitcoin that cannot be changed. That is what he said good about it. The thing that he was concerned about is a lack of education. That is something that can be fixed very easily. It just needs to actually be done. I believe an entrepreneur is going to be the one to do that. And I believe that we're going to be the entrepreneurs to do that and teach the world about cryptocurrency. One of those, the good thing, is an unchangeable, immutable fact of life when it comes to Bitcoin, and the other one is simply circumstantial that will evolve over the next couple of years. So it doesn't look like is it Argentinian or Argentinian? I think it's Argentinian. I don't think Argentinian adoption of Bitcoin is around the corner. It's not something that's going to happen in the next year, but it is something that's in the cards, and it is something that Argentina could lead the entire continent in moving into the future.
Shout out to anyone in chat who is from Argentina. I'm seeing your comments. Just to offer the other side, Jeb, I'm not Argentinian, so I cannot say this is my opinion, but this is their opinion. And if they're from there, I got to give it weight. There's a lot of people saying, Jeb, don't listen to anything this president says. He's completely corrupt.
Yep.
He's a joke. He constantly contradicts himself. He's just going after votes.
And I didn't want to go there. I am familiar with, I'm somewhat familiar. I'm obviously not from Argentina, so I'm not intimately familiar with the situation there. I am somewhat familiar with the recent history of Argentina and their political system and this president. So I didn't want to really bring that up because I'm not exactly qualified to speak on it, but I do want to make sure that that's recognized. So anyone from Argentina, please feel free to comment on that however you would like in our chat over there, and people please listen to them. But that's what we look like is that's what it looks like is being talked about anyway in Argentina. And even if we're not talking about Argentina, there are many other nations in that continent, on that continent of South America, that have been teasing or talking or publicly talking about potential cryptocurrency adoption in some capacity. Paraguay, Uruguay, I believe Panama, and in Colombia have talked about it to certain extents. So this could be a very bullish and good thing for cryptocurrency should we see a nation like Argentina hopefully move in that direction in the future, whether it's mandated by the government or whether it is a grassroots movement by the Argentinian people themselves. I pray that you guys will have a currency that is stable, because 50% inflation year over year is an impossible way to build your wealth and to pull yourself out of the situation that you're in.
I hope if nothing else happens that Bitcoin Trojan horses its way into that government, because if it's brought in for corrupt reasons, if it's brought in as just a ploy to allow the government to have more power, there will be a Trojan horse effect where they think it's best for them, and once it gets fully adopted, it will slowly but surely eliminate that central power. So I am hoping, despite the fact that there might be corruption there, that again, Bitcoin does make it to that country. It does get massively adopted, and all of that oppression stops.
And here's the reason that Bitcoin is so powerful. I'm speaking directly to anyone who's in chat from Argentina right now. Bitcoin being decentralized the way that it is, luckily, is one of the strongest forces that we have against authoritarianism. It's one of the strongest forces that we have against corrupt governments. And the reason is because corrupt governments have to fund their corruption from somewhere. They have to be able to pay their troops. They have to be able to keep the lights on, as it were. And how do they do that? They do that by having a stranglehold on the currency and the economy. But Bitcoin, through its decentralized and limited supply nature, forces those nations to consider what the populace wants, because they lose that control, and they are only allowed to do as much as the people allow them to. Obviously, global and national politics are far more complicated than that. I do not in any way, shape, or form want to oversimplify anything that's going on in Argentina or any other nation around the world. But my point is this: Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are one of our strongest forces against authoritarianism and against central government that doesn't care about its people's best wishes that we have. So I encourage you, if you're in Argentina, adopt Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, invest in this, because it is something that can help you hedge against your inflating Argentinian peso, and I do believe that it is something that can help you.
I haven't read this quote in a while, but I want to read it again. Those of you who have been watching for a while, I've read this probably a couple times.
Great.
But this is a Friedrich Hayek quote. He was an Austrian economist. Back in 1974, he won the Nobel Peace Prize. But he said, "I don't believe we shall ever have a good money again before we take the thing out of the hands of the government. That is, we can't take them violently out of the hands of the government. All we can do is by some sly, roundabout way introduce something that they can't stop." This was 1974. Bitcoin wasn't even beginning to be thought about. And yet, it's as if he was prophesying.
Yep.
This is what is needed.
Bitcoin is coming.
So that is, when I say that, like Trojan horse, that's exactly what I mean. They won't see what's coming. They're the ones bringing it in, and it will slowly but surely take their power away.
Yep. On another note, we have somebody in chat. I don't know if it's the same Alex Perez, but it might be. Alex Perez is a good friend of mine who I went to high school with. I haven't seen him in a while because I haven't seen most of my friends in a while. I've been working so much. There are several friends of mine that have been trying to get me to go out for lunch, and I haven't been able to. Alex Perez was the valedictorian of my high school. He was the one that gave the speech. And by the way, for any of you OG fans of the YouTube channel here, Alex was the guy that made the very first logo way back in the day. If you guys remember that logo, he's the one that made it. I was telling him how I was trying to get a logo made, and he just threw it together in like 5 minutes. We used that logo for 2 years. Shout out to Alex Perez if that is the Alex that I think that it is. Definitely want to see you again sometime soon, man. Anyway, we got a couple more things we need to talk about, but first, let's go through some super chats.
Let's get through these super chats. I don't remember if you read this one, because you read the one from Colton Dunn about finding you around the blockchain. Yeah, okay. Shane Hansen said, thanks for the great content. I don't know if you read that one yet. Ponce Farm Adventure said, Crypto Capital Ventures is another amazing Christian ADA YouTuber, and TA Bala too. Let's give him better shout out. Y'all are amazing. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Capital Ventures. We should definitely set something up in the near future with him. Would love to spend time with other YouTubers. Saul said, yeah, shout out to Crypto Capital Venture. He is amazing. Come on.
Yeah,
keep him coming. At CryptoJeb, did you ever receive my email? So TZ, that was from TZ, guys. We are working on all that. I was talking with Taylor yesterday about all this. She thinks she has a handle on it, but just to be safe, because it never hurts to have it twice. If you have not had your email responded to yet, send another one. And
keep spamming us. We want to hear from you.
If there's two of them, sometimes random emails get hit in the cracks, because we do get a lot of lot of emails.
Yeah,
but
Taylor's working through 500 emails right now.
It's probably not likely though that 2 emails from the same person that have the exact same thing get put in the cracks. So
yeah.
Said it again. Lionel Torres said, book recommendation, Layered Money. The more you know, I would like to gift the audiobook to all 3 of you and hear your opinion on it. # invest in yourself. I would love that.
Yeah.
I love
thank you.
I when I was younger, never would have thought I'd be as interested in currency and studying currency as I am right now.
I never thought I would be as interested in learning.
Nah, it's crazy.
Excuse me, not learning, reading.
All right, so this one is, I'm going to say Dosh Bigelow, even though that probably has multiple pronunciations. He says, I'm from Argentina, and the president is pushing Bitcoin and Moose Knuckle to get elected in a few months. Yeah, that's what I was seeing in chat. People were saying this might just be a political ploy, but like I said, even as Frederick Hayek said, as long as it gets done.
If he's pushing it,
yeah.
It doesn't. It does matter if he's doing it for the wrong reason, but if he's trying to push it for his gain, it's going to bite him in the tail because it's only going to be for Bitcoin's gain.
Yeah.
And for you, the populace's gain.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was all of them? Unless I see any... Yeah,
we got a lot of super chats today, guys. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are one of the fastest growing cryptocurrency technical analysis channels in this entire space. And it's our mission to bring you high quality educational and entertaining content every single day so that you can take back your destiny of financial freedom and stability. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And make sure to sign up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it is the academy that I put together 3 years ago on September 23rd. It will be its 3rd birthday. I have been updating CT2A for the last 3 years, putting all kinds of new content in it. We've got a ton of new videos in it right now. We've got a new video on Lux Algo, cup and handle formations, head and shoulders patterns. We have a new video on historical analysis, Bybit, VPVR, TD sequential. I think we have another video coming out today. I believe it's the stock to flow video I recorded last week's coming out today. We have so much content in CT2A, and you're not going to want to miss any of it. If you guys want to get access to 45 videos and 15 hours of high-quality educational content so that you can learn the art of technical analysis that the big banks have been using for the last 100 years to make their clients billions of dollars, you should sign up with the link in the description box down below, because the greatest investment you will ever make is an investment in yourself and your own education, because you're the person doing the trading and the investment. And if you think Bitcoin's going to make you rich, I'm sorry, but you missed a component. You trading in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency can make you very wealthy, but it starts with you and your own education. We hands down have the best academy to teach it. The link's in the description box down below. Anyway, let's do some very brief analysis on Bitcoin. I want to talk about it really briefly here, guys. We're not going to go into a ton of detail because we actually have a video coming out on it tomorrow, but I do want to catch you guys up to speed. You can see I have some things here on my chart. That is from a video I recorded for the weekend. That will come out tomorrow, so I'm not going to go over that right now, but I do want to zoom into the 4-hourly chart. We talked about here on the channel how we expected Bitcoin will pull back down to around $42,000 to $43,500. Well, Bitcoin pulled back down to $43,500. We said that it was overextended. We said that it was in a rising wedge. That rising wedge broke to the downside. We saw the correction that we needed. We're in a very healthy position right now for Bitcoin, but I also want to bring to your attention this. There is a flat level of resistance and a triple top forming at $46,700. Well, Bitcoin's trading at $46,500 right now, so very clearly we are forming a triple top. The question is, will we form a 4th top? Because I kind of doubt that we're going to break out right now from this, but we may see a small correction and a rally. As we've talked about in CT2A, we actually have a video up here on support and resistance right here in the very beginning of the academy. Whenever you see a level of support or resistance tested more than 3 times, you generally will see it break. We've seen this happen a plethora of times throughout the history of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. If we look back to 2018, you guys will see that there was a strong level of support sitting here at roughly $6,000. I remember this vividly. I was making videos back here. We tested it over and over and over and over again, and eventually we broke it. Notice how we continue getting closer and closer to it. We're seeing the exact same thing happen in the inverse on Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is primed and ready to break above this resistance, but we need to see higher highs leading up to it. Guess what? That's what we're seeing. Higher lows, excuse me, not higher highs. If we see another higher low and another test, we're almost certainly going to break this, but it might not happen immediately. We may see this breakout come in the next few days, so be patient, but I do think it's coming. I'm pretty confident that Bitcoin, Ethereum are both going to rally back up to their respective price targets. I expect Bitcoin to be in the $50,000 region in the next week or two, and I think Ethereum will be trading up around $3,500, $3,600, $3,700 very soon, and frankly, I don't think all-time high runs are that far away. If you guys want to be kept up to date on everything that's happening on the charts and in the news, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We go live 9:30 Eastern Standard Time every single weekday, and we have a bunch of content coming out for you over the weekend as well. Also, by the way, make sure to follow us on our social media. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We have a subreddit. We got all kinds of stuff. All the links are down below. You should definitely check us out. And by the way, one final announcement is that we actually have a couple seats left in our webinar. We have, I think, like 2 or 3 seats left. So if you guys want to sign up for the webinar where I am going to be doing about a 20 to 30 minute teaching you guys about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, the topic will be announced late next week, right before the webinar is actually launched. Make sure to sign up down below. It's not very expensive. It is a place that we're going to get to hang out. Myself, Tim, and you are going to be able to get in the room. You're going to be able to ask us questions. We can chat. It's scheduled for an hour, but quite frankly, we've left some buffer time in there because knowing myself and knowing how much I love to talk to you guys, it's probably going to go over an hour. So we're going to do a little bit of teaching, and then we'll be able to hang out. We'll be able to ask questions, answer questions. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Those seats are going fast, though, because there's only a couple left, and they are going to be gone very, very soon. So make sure to check the link in the description box down below for that. Guys, that's all I got.
We have some super chats.
We have some super chats, I know, but that's all I got.
S. Swing said, forgot my message before. Not the most religious guy, but thank God every time I come here and you tell me my sound investments will go up higher. We'll tell you every time we can.
We'll tell you when it's true.
Sometimes they don't go up right that second. Long-term wise, they will, though.
Yep.
Brandon Clark said, what does Lux Argo say about Cardano? I think you touched on that. Love you guys. Thanks for everything you do. Bless you guys. Proud to be a Jedi Knight. Real quickly, though, Brandon, it says buy. I mean, we're still on the buy signal.
Yes, we're still on a buy signal.
I don't know if we're going to see a sell, but we're probably going to see it not necessarily crazy higher.
By the way, if you guys don't know what Lux Algo is, you should definitely get it. Let me show you really quickly what it's saying on the different time frames. On the daily chart, we are still very, very bullish. I mean, we've been bullish ever since the 27th of July. I showed that earlier. But down on the 4-hourly and the hourly chart, things are a little bit different. We're still very bullish on the 4-hourly chart. In fact, I know that we're still bullish on the hourly chart. We very well may see a sell signal here in the next couple of hours if we do continue to curve out here. But Lux Algo is a very powerful indicator. You should definitely check it out. Links in the description box down below.
Yep. Llama Dirk said exchanges should have a cost basis against a stablecoin for transactions, and especially for staking. On E-Trade, when you utilize a drip, you get paid on USD before dividends are reinvested. We need this for tax filing.
Yeah, there's so much uncertainty about how taxes are actually done and calculated in cryptocurrency. I agree with you on a lot of that.
Ricardo Ibanez said, hey, Jeb, mostly been investing in long-term bags, but I'm still looking to get a little more into trading. Decent grip on TA. What would you recommend to start?
I would recommend, if you haven't already, to take the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Like, I don't say that as a sales pitch. I'm just being honest, because we have built the best educational platform in all of cryptocurrency for technical analysis. Like, hands down, bar none, I don't know of anybody that comes close to what we have. I don't say that out of pride. I'm just being honest. We have had 5,000 people go through CT2A. Tim is one of them, and they're learning every single day how to become a better technical analyst so they can make an investment in their future. Guys, I firmly believe that the best investment you will ever make is an investment in yourself. If you can invest in your own education or invest in Bitcoin, pick your own education 100 times out of 100, because if you know what you're doing, you're going to make exponentially more money in the market in the future. That's why we built CT2A, because it's been our mission from day one, back when it was just me in my bedroom making videos, to help you guys become financially free in cryptocurrency. That has been the goal from day one. That's why I created CT2A, because I learned something that changed my life, and I know it can change yours. Links in the description box down below, Ricardo. Other than that, continue to watch our channel, subscribe to other technical analysis YouTube channels, watch a lot of content, read a lot of news, get a lot of experience, and be patient. It takes time, but you'll get there.
Last super chat, and it is direct to the point and answers and pretty much says everything Jeb just said in 3 words. Join CT2A, man.
I am the beholder. Don't have $5. Join CT2A. That's a great idea. You should definitely do so.
Yep.
Links down below. Guys, that's all I got for today. We got some, by the way, I can't tell you what it is yet, but we have so much stuff going on next week that's going to be announced. We've got new projects. Listen. Next week is going to be one of the biggest fundamental growth stories of the Crypto Jeb YouTube channel history. Like, some amazing stuff is about to happen next week that we've been working very hard on for literally almost a year in some of these cases, and some things are about to be announced and launched, and I cannot wait to show you. You subscribe to the channel, because we got some awesome stuff coming. And also, make sure to tune in 6 o'clock tonight to let Tim tell us what that's about.
We are doing the first ever Between Two Coins show, which, again, I will be there to ensure that the building doesn't burn down, but it is really a Smay show. You guys have been asking for a while now. I've seen chat in here saying, can we see some Turtle TA? Smay, what are we expecting tonight? Can we give them any type of clue as to what happens on the show?
First, I need to apologize, guys. I'm sorry. You know what? Charles is not that bad. Charles is not that bad.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, I like what he stands for. He's great. I'm not even gonna take it any further. He's a good guy. And you know what? I'm going to make it up to you guys tonight if you check it to the show. 6 p.m., everybody. You're going to be getting absolutely the most wild Smash show. And like I said, the best part of this show is that you don't have to watch it, which means for all the people who do want to watch it, we're going to have a safe environment for you guys.
Maybe the best way to finish
Smay
that
is worried about the
apology.
haters. Don't go over there and hate. Just don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
I am not worried about haters.
I'm worried about haters.
Hate with respect.
What I want, yeah, exactly. Be funny about it.
with respect.
First of all, be funny about it. But two, I want you guys, when you guys come, this is gonna be a safe environment. We're gonna have a great show, and yeah, it's gonna be great. So I hope you guys enjoy.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there in chat. I'm not gonna be there in person, but I'm gonna be watching it.
Maybe the best way to finish off that apology, Smay, is in a future turtle's name.
Oh,
Maybe a future
Yes.
turtle
All
will
right,
be
all right,
named
guys.
Old CH.
Charlie
Trust
Hoskin.
me, I will make it up in all kinds of ways to Mr. Charles Hoskinson. You know what? I'm gonna after this show, I'm gonna tweet at him. I'm gonna say I'm sorry for slandering
tweet
you
at him.
on Coffee and Crypto.
There you go.
Also, to answer someone's question about it real quick, I think I answered it earlier, but just so you guys know, it is live. So that's what's going to
is
make
live,
it even
yes.
more chaotic. There might be segments of it that are pre-recorded, but we are there live. We will respond to comments. We will respond to chat. So come ready to engage and
I'm
have
gonna
fun.
probably be there in and out during chat. I'll be spending time with my family then. But
Sweet.
Yep. Anyway, guys, that's all we got for you today. We had a lot of fun running the show this week. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out next week. I got goosebumps. I cannot wait to show you guys this stuff. It's going to be great. You got to tune in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are about to hit 150K subs probably in the next 30 days, and you ought to be one of them. We're heading close to 200. I think we're going to get to 300K subs by the end of the year. That's our goal, and I'll go ahead and make it public. We want 300K subs by the end of the year, and you have got to help us, and here's why. We're a channel that stands for humility, we stand for integrity, and we stand for you. I don't stand for riches, glory, and fame. I stand for the little guy with nothing to his name. That's what I have over on my Instagram page. Call it cheesy if you want, but it encapsulates what I'm here for. I'm not here to get Lambos. I'm not here to pop champagne corks and buy a private island. I'm here because I've seen what cryptocurrency did in my life, and I know what it can do in your life. It is my mission to bring you the bullish case, the bearish case, and the news and the technicals and the education that you need so that you know what's happening in cryptocurrency. If you want to be a part of the movement that we are building, subscribe to the channel because you're not going to want to miss what we're going to be doing over the next couple of years. We're about to make some big waves, and you're going to want to be here for it because you are going to be better for it. That's all I got for you today, guys. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to join CT2A and follow us on our socials. But before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.